Over the next few weeks, the investigation spread far beyond Millfield. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, the case began to grow cold, and it was during this time that the police began to uncover the dark secrets the Henderson family had been hiding. David Henderson's architecture firm, Henderson and Associates, had been struggling for years, but what the police discovered shocked everyone. David had taken out multiple life insurance policies on his family, policies worth over $1 million. And just 3 days before the disappearance, he had increased the coverage. But the insurance wasn't the only thing that raised red flags. Investigators also discovered that David had been making secret withdrawals from the business accounts for months. Over $300,000 had been transferred to an offshore account in the Cayman Islands. When questioned, David's business partner, Mark Sullivan, revealed something even more disturbing. Mark Sullivan told police that David had been acting strangely in the weeks before the disappearance. He was distracted, paranoid, and had been making late-night calls that he wouldn't discuss. Mark had even confronted David about the missing money, but David had brushed it off, telling him it was handled. As the investigation deepened, another suspect emerged. The bloody fingerprint found in the house was traced to a man named Raymond Fletcher, a former employee of David Henderson's firm. Raymond had been fired 6 months earlier for embezzlement. He had a criminal record and a grudge against David. Raymond Fletcher was picked up by police 3 weeks after the disappearance. He was driving a stolen car and had a gun in the glove compartment. But when questioned, he had an alibi that seemed airtight. He'd been in a bar 30 miles away at the time of the disappearance. The bartender confirmed it, and there was CCTV footage to prove it. Raymond was released. Then there was Sarah Henderson's sister, Jennifer. She told police that Sarah had called her the night before the disappearance, sounding terrified. Sarah had said, "Jen, something is wrong. David isn't himself. I'm scared." But when Jennifer asked what was wrong, Sarah said she couldn't talk and hung up. That was the last time anyone ever heard Sarah Henderson's voice. So now the police had 3 suspects: David Henderson himself, Raymond Fletcher, and an unknown third party, but none of them could be placed at the scene. The case was going nowhere.
I've been on the force for 25 years. Cases go cold. But this one, it always bothered me. There were just too many unanswered questions. It was like the family had vanished into thin air. I'd lie awake at night thinking about it, about those kids, Ethan and Emily. They were just children. What happened to them?
Just when it seemed hope was lost, a break came from the most unexpected place. A digital forensics expert discovered a series of encrypted messages on David Henderson's work computer. They weren't to his business partner or to a client. They were to an anonymous account discussing a large sum of money being transferred. The messages were dated just hours before the disappearance. They read, "The package is ready. Pick up at the docks at midnight. Cash in hand." The account they were sent to was traced to a burner phone, which had been activated just days before the disappearance and deactivated the day after. The trail led to the docks at Lake Erie, a 2-hour drive from Millfield. But by the time police got there was nothing. No boat, no family, no evidence, just the sound of water lapping against the shore and the feeling that the Hendersons had slipped through their fingers